Better brace for it. It's coming. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Cue the intro. Alright, so what should you be bracing for? Well, if you've heard any news, seen any store shelves, or been shopping for pretty much anything, we've seen increased prices. Yes, that's a fact. Shortages also in a variety of stuff that we buy. The main thing I want to talk about today is food. We know about the Mississippi River. We've heard about other countries around the world stopping exporting. We've heard about crop failures. We've heard about euthanizing animals from whatever, they supposedly have. We've seen it. We hear about it. Increased prices of fuel, which impacts prices of what we have, goods and services. Another thing is, going back to talking about the Mississippi River thing, a lot of it, what they have to do now is the barges can't get through, so they offload, they put them on trucks. So the stuff can still get to where it needs to be, but at a highly increased price range. Things will cost a lot more. So there will be more and more increases in prices. Pretty soon, the foods that you want and that you like and that you buy might be priced out of your price range, depending on your budget. They won't be gone. Food won't be totally gone. Here's what I think they'll do. I'm pretty sure what they'll do. They will, actually, before I get into that, please subscribe, ring the notification bell for all, hit that thumbs up, share the videos, comment below, and we're doing a lot of good stuff over on Patreon. Check us out, links in the description below. It's $1 a month, all kinds of good stuff there. So what are they doing? Alternate foods, crickets, fake meat, meatless meat, Beyond Meat, that kind of stuff. The push for a meatless society. That's the agenda of a lot of rich and powerful people. I don't know why. Supposedly it's cow farts and pig farts and chicken farts destroying the environment. I don't know. It's all silly to me. There will be food on the shelves to sustain you, I feel. I don't think it's all going to be gone. But I feel that it'll be replaced, a lot of things you want and you to eat will be replaced with alternate items. So that's why I feel you should stockpile food. Just start stacking it. It's going to get more and more difficult to find what you want. If you want to eat meat, if you want to eat certain things, I don't know exactly what all it'll be affected by it. Of course not. But I see it happening. And it's something that we need to prepare for. So do your own research. I don't know everything, how it's going to be affected, what it's going to be affected, but of what products will be affected mostly by this, I would say meat is one of them, definitely. You can get fresh meat, you can buy frozen meat, you can freeze dry it, all those kind of things. You can can it for long-term storage. So that's what you can do. Buy it now. Store it properly for long-term storage. And think about, though, the freezing part of it is, to me, not a good idea for long-term storage because we don't know if the grid is going to be up. Yes, we're in winter in a lot of locations. It is colder outside, naturally, than it is in the freezer anyway. So, yeah, you could just literally unplug your freezer and it'll last you all winter, maybe. But a lot of people can't do that. So start buying the stuff now. Start stockpiling. You won't regret it. There will be increased prices, bare minimum, and shortages in a lot of items you want to buy. It's just the Mississippi River thing may be fixed by rains coming winter and springtime, but what if they don't? What if it doesn't get back to a decent level, or say it gets back to a little bit better level, but not like it was before, and then next summer, and then we're in a more exacerbated problem. It's just, and the Mississippi River is just one thing. Yes, I get it. There's other places that food is transported, but a lot of it is transported via the Mississippi River. So that's just one thing to look at. If these global tensions increase and continue to rise, then a lot more countries will be exporting less food. Now, why do we worry about that in the U.S.? We have the ability to produce way more food. I mean, we could feed the entire planet, I feel, in the United States. But we don't. Farmers are getting paid to plow under crops. Big, powerful people and corporations are buying farmlands and ranches just so they don't farm and they don't ranch, because it's part of the agenda. Global depopulation is part of it. The meatless society is part of it. Control of you is part of it. They don't want a lot of peons around. They want enough of us around to, do their little dirty deeds, do their work for them, and make them more money and get them more powerful and exert more control over us. Part of the food thing also is it is vitally important that you increase your ability, or start having the ability, to produce your own food, your own calories. Gardening, raising your own animals, those kind of things. This winter, this off season for me, for my garden, is going to be vitally important. I will be amending my soil just immensely. I'm doing a ton of different things. I got ground up eggshells that are going in the soil. I have fish fertilizer going in the soil. I have all the greens around me, all this green stuff you see around me, because raised beds settle. That's one nice thing. Because then you can add in a bunch of this organic material and compost from the house, and chicken manure from my neighbors, and cow manures from my tribe members, and as well as all the topsoil that's left over from my containers. So a little quick note about that. I rotate my containers, are those plastic totes. Well, if I leave the soil in that year after year after year, the chemicals from the plastics may start leaching into the soil. So what I do is I put new fresh topsoil in the containers every single year, so it doesn't have an opportunity to really leach in. And I use that topsoil to do the final top off layer of my raised beds after putting all that good organic material in there, so they can compost down all winter and into the spring, so that come planting season, good to go. That's just a little note you might want to think about. This coming year for gardens is going to be so important. Don't be forced to eat crickets unless you want to. Same with the whole meatless thing. Raising your own animals is vitally important. Fertilizers, stockpiling food, water, all these things. Please take it seriously. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And I don't want to sit here and just say the same thing over and over and over. You guys know what you need to do. The more food you have, the less you can be controlled. The more independent from the system you are, the fewer quick stops you have at the grocery store. And if that availability goes away, then you will be much better off. Food and prepping is living insurance. So make sure you have your stuff squared away. Time to go through your prepper notebooks again. Look at what you have. Look at your strengths. Identify weaknesses. And then start minimizing your weaknesses. Start filling those gaps. Start topping off things. I love you guys. I care about you guys. I want us all to be prepared. I want us all the good people especially, we need to be strong. We need to be ready and willing and able to be there for when we're needed for bigger events. If we're ever going to fix this country, we need good, strong people to be stronger, more prepared, better trained, more knowledgeable, more fit, more healthy, and with the proper mindset to go through hard times, to build back our nation stronger, better, and restored to our founding principles. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.